You want to have some fun? Gofyber. You want to do some Gofyber? I think it would be a good idea because, as we all know, you know, how long has it been since I did my last zero guard buzz cut at this point? This is Friday night for me as I'm filming this in real time. 2 Mondays ago, so I mean, we're like over 2.5 weeks since my last zero guard buzz cut. And the hair's starting to grow in. Now, granted, as long as I stand 4 or 5 feet away from you, it doesn't look bad at all. But as I get closer, we're noticing at least the appearance of what is thinning up here. And I understand part of that may just be an illusion. That's why I'm making this video, because I know that when I film outside, even like I filmed 3 videos yesterday, which I'm sure will eventually show up on my channel if you haven't already seen them. And with the sun beating down outside, it makes this illusion that it's thinner. And even right now, you have to understand that you're looking at dark hair grow out. You're going to see the ends more than you're going to see the tops. I mean, even then, that automatically makes that look better until you start looking at the top rounded off part of it. Okay, so what we're trying to figure out is my hair, you know, showing signs of potential Norwood 5 here, where it's basically just thinning on top, like, because maybe it is. I mean, for me, it's obvious that it's thicker on the sides. At the same time, I do know that there's an illusion when you have a round part of your head like this, it's going to look thinner here by default. But let's have some fun. The last time I used some Gofyber in a video, I had recently done the zero guard and I wanted to see what would happen. And the answer was it didn't stick at all. But now that I've got a little bit of length, let's see what happens. So now keep in mind, again, back to the illusion. When I'm doing these videos, this may look somewhat normal, but it's not. Let me turn sideways for you. This is how I'm standing when I make all my videos. Oh, I'm the king of corporate. I'm the Amy Schumer of hair loss. So look how I'm like, this is me standing up straight. But when I'm making videos, I'm like this. You know, for me, it's all about breaking the fourth wall. That's part of my whole thing. So, in the worst possible angle, let's do this thing with Gofyber. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle some on in right here, and I want to see, basically, does it stick, and also, does it make me look better? Let's find out. I don't want to do too much, but like, I don't want to get my eyes. Okay, so I got a big lump right there. I guess I'm supposed to do it like that, right? It shows you how little I've used this. I've only used this when I've made videos. So, which, you know, is totally cool because I've got a video about hair loss, so I use it for that reason, you know. And then I know some people are gonna say, Nick, I thought you were all about embracing yourself with hair loss. Why are you trying to sell something? Okay, in case you haven't heard me say it in every other video, I like to keep my options open for all my potential viewers. I don't want to cater to just one demographic within the realm of hair loss, right? If someone wants to get a hair transplant, I'm not going to discourage them from doing that. That might be what they need to do to have peace with their hair. And the same thing with Gofyber. There's a lot of people, I know a lot of my viewers in Asia, where it's not culturally acceptable to shave your head if you're going bald. And so culturally, you know, this is going to be in more demand, you know. Okay, so anyway, my answer is with what is somewhere between probably pushing a number 3 guard at this point. I really think that's where we're getting to. What you can, and I know I didn't evenly do it here, but ultimately, my hair is still too short for it to really. Now, if I just really dumped it in there, it might be okay. But my hair is too short right now to really make it look natural. So, I mean, and even from back here, it looks painted on right now. It doesn't look normal. So, every couple of weeks, I'll make another video with Gofyber, and we'll see basically at what point does it finally actually help the perception. My guess is it'll start looking that way around maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in length. And by that point, I'll be cutting the sides shorter anyway. So that's what I think. It just, yeah, like I said, it's not doing the trick. It's not filling in the spots, and it looks very spotty unless I were to use a lot more. But I've only got this one bottle. So if I'm gonna do this experiment to find out how long it has to be before finally it actually helps the appearance, then I would run out. So I think that serves its purpose. But to answer the question, if you have a, let's say a number 3 guard buzz cut and potentially have some thinning going on up here, then at least for me, the Gofyber, it didn't help yet. My hair would have to be longer if that was gonna be my solution. And again, I happily talk about other products, which by the way, I happily talk about other products here on my channel because again, my solution for hair loss is universal. What is it again? My solution is that you should do whatever helps you find peace with your hair loss, whatever boosts your confidence. And for some people, it's gonna be filling in the gaps with Gofyber. And for some people, it's gonna be going to Bed Bath & Beyond and buying one of these, the Hair Mix Laser Band 82, right? And I recognize that. It's not here to say that this is what's best for me, but it's here to say this is probably what's best for some people. I mean, what, right now, 4,200 subscribers? There's a good chance that with that many people, certain people are drawn to certain things, and I want to be the host of a hair loss channel who talks about all those things, aside from what works best for me. And that's simply a sign of emotional intelligence. Someone who is a confident person, while they definitely have their own beliefs, they're not trying to push their own beliefs on somebody else. They want to let that person make their own decision. But I think it's important that I cover all the bases as far as dealing with an audience this large, as people are, if nothing else, just curious on different ways to manage their hair loss where it is. I mean, because that's the thing. Some people may start noticing some thinning up here, but never really go bald. They just have thinner hair on top for all. That could happen. It could be the story for me. You know, you could start receding to a Norwood 3, but then never have thinning, but maybe your own Norwood 3 hairline bothers you, even though you never go bald in life. See, and that's the thing. It's a matter of getting to that point of peace and acceptance to where it doesn't bother you anymore. And it is a journey. My channel is the perfect accompaniment to that journey. No other channel exists like this where we're looking at different options. So I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for being intelligent enough to understand that I'm not pushing one certain thing. And I'm not obsessed with hair loss. I'm obsessed with helping people who potentially are obsessed with hair loss. I'm here to, it's almost like, think back in like junior high, okay? Think about your like science teacher, right? Would you go up to your science teacher and said, Dr. Land, Mr. Land, you're obsessed with science. All you ever talk about is science. You wouldn't say that to your science teacher because obviously he's being paid to do that. He spends many hours talking about science because that's his job. And a lot of people don't realize that for a YouTuber whose channel is about hair loss and helping mentor people to accept their hair loss, naturally, if that's all you hear me talk about, you're gonna think I'm obsessed with hair loss. But what's funny is my other channel, Family Friendly Daddy Blog, mainly talks about DNA test and ethnicity and stuff like that, because like I'm Mexican and Jewish and all these other things. So I talk about that. And so what do people say in the comment section? Man, you're obsessed with DNA tests. You're obsessed with, that's what people think. It's this illusion. So keep in mind, I authentically want to help you, but I think it's important to look at all of the angles and cater to everyone. And in this brotherhood of the hair loss, that we're accepting of each other and we respect each other's views, that we're going to have our own journeys to this peace in hair loss. So thank you for watching my video on this. And I authentically want to help you find that cure for you, whatever it is. But until you find it, there's going to be that feeling of unrest, you know. And for some people, I say for all people really, to speak of universal, I still think that once you buzz it off, the first time it's going to be one of those steps that gives you that peace to move forward. That way you can kind of know. And I've made videos here recently where some guys, I've said, you know what, you'd be better off buzzing it off. And others I said, no, your hair still works for you. So what if your hairline's starting to recede? As long as you can be at peace with that, you actually still look good. And maybe that's a good video topic, that just because you have a receding hairline, it doesn't mean it looks bad. So I guess I'll do that video next, which will be funny because I'm gonna have this stuff in there and be like kind of weird, right?